Spain's North African enclave of Ceuta has witnessed one of the biggest migration surges in European history. Around 60,000 migrants crossed into the tiny Spanish territory over just 2 days, with many swimming around border barriers while others stormed through overwhelmed checkpoints. The unprecedented influx has sparked a political storm across Europe. But beyond the humanitarian crisis, Western intelligence agencies are now examining whether this was more than a spontaneous migration wave. Investigators are probing whether Morocco deliberately allowed the mass crossing to happen, raising fears that migration may have once again been used as a geopolitical pressure tool. According to Western intelligence sources cited by The Telegraph, investigators believe such a massive movement of people would have been extremely difficult without Moroccan authorities being aware. Intelligence officials are reportedly examining unusual social media activity that encouraged migrants to head for Ceuta, while several migrants claimed they were not stopped by police as they made their way to the border. However, officials stress that the investigation is still ongoing, and no public evidence has yet conclusively proven direct Moroccan government involvement. The suspicions are rooted in history. In 2021, around 8,000 migrants entered Ceuta after Morocco relaxed border controls during a diplomatic dispute with Spain over Western Sahara. That crisis eventually pushed Madrid to change its position on the disputed territory. This time, intelligence sources believe tensions may instead be linked to Spain's growing energy engagement with Algeria, Morocco's regional rival. Analysts say the latest migration wave bears similarities to previous episodes in which border controls appeared to ease during periods of diplomatic friction. The crisis has triggered sharp reactions across Europe. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni called the scenes a threat to Europe's security and announced tighter border controls with Spain. Denmark, Finland, Sweden, and the Czech Republic backed calls for stronger action, while France warned it could reinforce checks along its frontier with Spain if necessary. Germany demanded Morocco immediately take back illegal migrants, as European leaders pressed Madrid to restore control over the EU's external border. Spain has rejected suggestions that Morocco engineered the crisis. Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez publicly thanked Rabat for its cooperation on migration while deploying troops, police, drones, and naval units to restore order in Ceuta. Spanish officials argue that a recent Supreme Court ruling, which limits the immediate return of migrants intercepted at sea near Ceuta and Melilla, may have encouraged many to attempt the crossing by water. Authorities are now racing to return migrants and stabilize the enclave. The investigation into Ceuta is rapidly becoming about far more than migration. If intelligence agencies ultimately conclude that Morocco deliberately facilitated the crossings, it would reinforce concerns that migration is increasingly being used as a tool of geopolitical pressure rather than simply a humanitarian challenge. For now, however, investigators continue to examine intelligence, migrant testimonies, and online activity, while Europe braces for the political fallout from one of the largest mass border crossings in the European Union's history.